All right, Nikki's getting it started. Just a whole bottle. Oh my god!
How dare you? How dare you?
Oh my god!
I don't feel like carrying glasses up and down from here. Here you go, cheers.
I can't. Actually, I can't drink because of my knee surgery that I have tomorrow.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that from midnight on?
No, I can't have alcohol for like.
Oh, alcohol.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
So,
like.
No, I can't eat or drink anything after midnight tonight. So.
Well, that's a weird start to this podcast.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drink, so I'll be doing this episode sober, which is episode 16, by the way. Welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a while. I'm David Cisneros here with my beautiful wife and co-host, Nikki Glamour.
What's up, y'all?
Today, we're going to talk about, of course, the Capitol protests.
Oh, shit.
Putting
Yeah.
that in air quotes.
Yeah.
Protests. And also Trump getting banned from literally everything possible.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we have some good topics
yeah,
today.
and then I want to talk to you about this Kanye West supposed, or what we thought was a love affair between him and
I love
Jeffree
An
Star.
entanglement.
I didn't believe it, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Actually, today's episode is brought to you by Rose Forever. Rose Forever is a New York-based rose brand launched in 2019. It specializes in designing luxurious flower bouquets with hand-picked exquisite roses that last for a year. We only use natural oils to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional rose artisans. Our roses come in round and square-shaped velvet boxes in 3 sizes, 9, 16, or 36 roses per box. The special colors are created through a natural process of pigmentation to keep the rich, intense shade. They are allergen-free and vegan-friendly. And today we actually have a coupon code, and our code is HisXHers15, which is for $15 off of your order, available for 30 days after this episode is posted.
Oh, snap.
So,
you know what? This is like
beautiful.
Perfect just in time for Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, don't
the
forget.
ones we have today are red, actually.
Yeah, so they're perfect. I actually really love Rose Forever. I've worked with them before.
Yep.
And I've actually gifted their roses to family this year for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So like legit check them out. I always wanted like forever roses, and they have beautiful ones. And I like my favorite collection of theirs is the crystal collection, because like it's a jewelry box as well. So it's really, really cool.
Yeah, they're really nice. We got a bunch of them just like around the house.
Yeah, they're super, super nice. So definitely check them out. And then remember to use our coupon code. But thanks to our homies
We'll post
at Rose
the
Forever.
link in the description.
Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, we'll post the link in the description, and roseforever.com.
Yeah. So before we get into this podcast, this is just me. I know that we need to provide a reason for our absence.
Sure.
Okay. So excuse number one.
There's a lot going on. There's,
Okay, straight up though.
Yeah.
So excuse number one is, the holidays. Obviously.
Yeah. Easy excuse.
Yes. Now, excuse number two
Yeah.
is we actually came down here. We sat down. We filmed, an entire episode.
So as people know, we went to Breckenridge.
Oh, we went to Breckenridge.
And literally the day before, or a couple days before we left to Breckenridge, we're like, let's go knock out this episode.
Yep. Responsibility.
New Year's resolutions. We went over, right?
Yes. Yep.
We talked about COVID.
Yep.
We talked about the loss in your family due to COVID.
Yep.
It was a very good episode, very emotional.
Dude, it was very emotional.
So we do the whole thing.
Start to finish.
What happened?
And, we wrap it up. I'm kind of crying, you know what I mean? Because I'm like bearing my soul onto the podcast. And David stops recording, or so he thinks. And he says, hey, there was no SD card for our audio. So our mics weren't actually on. And I was like, just crying, like fucking emotional. I was like, what did you just say? Like none of that was I was like, David, I can't redo this right now. Like, so we missed, what was it? 2 episodes?
I think 3, 4, something like that.
It was not 3 or 4.
We missed 3, I think.
I think we missed 3.
3 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. I felt so bad for like days.
Yeah.
Right after I was like, well, do you want to redo it? You're like, No. So
I was like, I literally can't. You know what I mean? Like, that's a hard thing to talk about.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't recreate that episode.
No, and not at all.
Yeah.
But it was a great,
Yeah, you guys should have been there.
you guys had to have been there.
Yeah, you had to be there. It was great.
Yeah. So we are so sorry for our absence,
Yeah.
and but we appreciate the time to just kind of step back and, reset ourselves for the new year. Although it seems that David's kind of getting off on the wrong foot.
A little bit. Yeah,
Okay, great.
I was kind of tangled right. A little entanglement right there.
Don't you be talking about an entanglement at a round table right now. Don't do that to me.
Oh.
Don't do that to me.
I thought it was.
This is not a joke.
Doesn't she have a red? Isn't it a red table?
Yeah, but it's still a round table.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I didn't know the shape mattered.
I'm just not here.
Okay.
To be a part of that.
My bad.
I'm talking about entanglements.
Oh well, no, my cables were entangled.
Right.
They're tangled, so I had to get them out.
Well, y'all, welcome back to the His and Hers pod.
Yep.
Welcome back to the His and Hers pod. We really appreciate y'all being here. So let's get into today's topics. We have so much to talk about, and some crazy stuff has been happening as of recently. Let's dive into it, and then see what we take away from it, and if we can kind of analyze it a little bit.
So these Capitol protests that happened last week,
right?
Where were you when you got the news that there was a revolution happening?
Oh shit! I was actually in our kitchen, and my mom. I feel like my mom finds out news more like faster than I do because I'm just constantly buzzing around the house, and she's always on Twitter. My mother lives on Twitter, so she gets her news very, very fast. She came downstairs. She turns on the news on the TV,
right,
and she's the one trying to update me on everything. And I was literally coming down. I was about to come downstairs to film a story time. And so I was like all ready and stuff. And usually I'm like, Mom, I can't talk right now. Like I'm trying to do hot girl shit. And you know what I mean? No, like it's priority. And she was like, no, you don't know what's happening. And I was like, what? And she was like, they are breaking into the Capitol. Like that's all she said. They are breaking into the Capitol. And I was like, what? God. Who? What Capitol? This Capitol? Because, every state has a Capitol. I was like, Mom, you really need to so she was like, no, this is really serious. So I sat down and watched the news with her. And at first I thought that it was a break-in into the White House because I was kind of hearing conflicting info.
Yeah.
But then I found out that it was not the White House. It was the Capitol. And I was so confused. I think more than anything, I was really confused. And because of the confusion, it made me kind of like angry because I felt like it was unnecessary
to break into the
Capitol. Yeah.
Why did you feel like it was unnecessary?
Because that's not how a protest works, my dude. Like that's not how it.
Well, yeah, it's not a protest.
You know what I mean? But people are labeling it as a protest, and I'm just like that. To me, none of the protest elements are there. Like breaking and entering is not like a part of protest.
It was more like a lazily orchestrated
coup yes,
attempt.
Exactly.
That didn't really go that well.
Yeah.
Mainly because, you look at the group of people that did it. I just don't get revolution vibes out of it.
Nothing about headboards being used as ladders to climb up walls is screaming revolution to me.
And then you had that guy that was wearing like a raccoon hat with horns on it.
The hell?
Had his face painted like.
Oh my God! Wait a minute! Isn't that the one that was in the news today?
Yeah, that fool got arrested.
Dude, did you hear about what he was trying to recommend? Let's talk about that. Okay.
We'll post a picture right here.
Rewind. This is the guy that we're talking about. Okay, he was there during the protests at the Capitol.
Yeah,
and he was one of the main people there or whatever. So he gets arrested.
Yep.
And he's currently in custody. I'm sorry.
He hasn't eaten since Friday because they don't serve vegan.
Yeah, he had no.
Jail? He
has refused to eat. Yeah. Since Friday. Now, keep in mind, right now when we're filming, it's Monday. From a little late. I'm all telling. I know.
Damn, calm down.
So he hasn't eaten all weekend because the jail does not have all organic foods available for him.
Yeah.
So he has refused to eat. And
He's
his
like,
mother is worried.
Goulash? Like,
Straight So
I don't
his
know what they
mother's
eat in jail.
concerned, and his mother's like going to the media. It's like, she is not eating. They're not feeding him. And they're like, ma'am, they are feeding him. It's just not all organic. Like, this isn't Whole Foods, ma'am. Like, and I can't help but laugh because I'm like, wow, that's privilege.
I'm just like, I cannot believe your ancestors stole this whole country from other people.
Yeah.
That blows my mind. Like,
yeah.
Man, you guys are trash at revolutions
some
now.
People, it's just crazy the way some people's minds work. And I'm like, dude, you're in jail right now. Like,
look, man, Americans, we're just not built for that. Okay, that time has come and gone. We're too comfortable.
Yeah.
If we go to jail and we don't have organic food, we're just gonna die. Apparently,
we decide not to eat.
You're not willing to make the sacrifices necessary to overthrow the government. Let's just call it what it is.
Okay, so let's talk about.
What about the chick that got?
Hold up. No, wait. Before we get there,
I don't want to say the word because I don't want to get demonetized.
Straight up. Before we get there, I want to know where you were when you found out about the
so
break into the Capitol.
The B&E.
The B&E. The B&E.
When I was at work and I was mind my business.
And
this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Man, you hearing about what's going on?" It's like, "No." He's like, "About the Capitol. What's going on at the Capitol?" I was like, "What?" So I get on Twitter. I'm like,
of course.
That's where I get all the. That's the best place to get the news
source, man. Yeah, that's true.
It's like you're getting it in real time.
Fast, yeah.
And so I get on Twitter and I'm like, "Oh shit, they're overthrowing the government today." And
oh shit.
So I'm watching these people. They got a riot shield and they're breaking the windows on this Capitol with a 2x4.
Straight up.
I was like, man, that's all it takes to break into there. I was like, trillions of dollars in tax dollars. And you telling me I could just go to Home Depot and overthrow the government right now? Ridiculous.
Straight up. I just was like, wow, they were not organized with this apparently. Because the tools that they use to do this, like the headboards, for example, I'm going to put the picture up here because I feel like it's
somebody
necessary.
used the headboard like from a bed?
Babe, it's not somebody. It's people.
For real?
There were more than one headboard out there.
I didn't see a headboard.
And then a guy climbed up on the headboard to get over the gate or the big wall, and he gets to the very top and falls.
Oh,
have you seen that? They made it into a meme.
Over that wall. I was laughing because people were like, I was like, oh, Donald Trump wanted to build a wall to keep people out of the country, but people ended up climbing walls in his country or some shit like that. I straight up
said that on my stories, and I think that some people got mad at me. But I asked a question, and I said I thought that we weren't supposed to do that. I thought we weren't supposed to, like, wall climbing is frowned upon in this country. You're not supposed to do that.
No. I feel like if you're gonna climb a wall, I think you should probably practice a little bit before you go and do the real thing.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Maybe they should have like a practice or something.
Yeah, like a drill, like an obstacle course type of thing. Make sure you're made for that because obviously you're not.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I hope. I don't care what happens. I just hope that they free some aliens.
Oh my God, let's talk about. Okay, we're gonna veer off a little bit because so this was all happening with the Capitol.
Yeah.
There were some fatalities. There were a lot of people wounded. There were some officers wounded and killed during this entire issue, during this entire thing. And that part is really sad. I am confused by how long it took to get the entire situation under control.
I think they just kind of tucker themselves out a little bit.
Maybe. Like the videos are really disturbing.
I think it took a lot longer than they thought it was going to take to overthrow the government. And they thought it was going to take like 40 minutes.
They're like, we ain't got time for this shit.
But did you see the night crew though?
Yes.
The night crew moves a little bit different.
Yeah.
They will fuck you up.
Yeah.
They don't play around.
Yeah, that's true. And then they imposed the curfew for 6 p.m. there that night. Okay, so while all that's happening.
Yeah.
Then there are some people that were joking and saying, okay, now that everybody's attention is on the Capitol, I'm going to go break into Area 51.
Yeah, I saw that.
So,
good time.
Dude, the government like had Area 51 on lockdown. People were like, y'all protected that shit way better than y'all protected the Capitol. Like, what's going on here? And people were like, dude, like, people were actually making plans to go there and like try to
Area 51?
To Area 51.
How many people live within a reasonable distance of Area 51?
Hey, you know, some people don't mind driving to go free some aliens.
There can't be that many people that live that close.
Baby, people are very dedicated to the overthrowing of Area 51.
I watched Hangar 1 on Netflix, and I don't want nothing to do with the aliens.
You know, I feel like
remember that one like shot a light beam through that guy's chest?
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was like, I'm good.
But like part of me does like would want like maybe like a small like little interaction with the alien, like maybe like as a fly on the wall, like I don't want them to see me. You would like that, wouldn't you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
to get probed?
Yeah.
No, I do not want to get probed. No, thank you. I can't even touch my own eyeball. I'm not very good with.
So you wouldn't. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you wouldn't want to like my thing. I would love to see an alien.
Yeah.
But him not see me.
So you want to kind of like
I want to spy on an alien. Yeah.
And be like an alien peeping Tom?
Yes. 100%.
You want to watch him do it?
Just for scientific reasons.
For research.
It's for scientific purposes.
This is in the name of science.
How you know what I mean? So like I would love to see an alien, but I don't want to interact with an alien. I'm scared.
Right.
So you don't even want to see one.
It depends. Are they the small ones, the children ones?
It's just like an alien. Do you want to see an alien or not?
I don't.
Because like I would go to Area 51 with like my popcorn so everybody else could break out the aliens and I just see.
No, I'll be like one-on-one. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to see an alien. Not like one-on-one. Maybe if I like see like a spaceship fly, like there's an alien in there. That's good enough for me.
Wow, you wouldn't want to see what is in it? Oh,
no, hell no. Why would I want to see that?
See it. What?
No.
They're all up in our planet looking at us. So
that's fine. Care.
Well, y'all let us know if y'all participated in the overthrowing of Area 51 during this time.
Or the government.
You know, 2021 has been really fucking weird so far. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, it hasn't. Whoops.
Baby, please, honey.
Well, who puts that there? I don't even know what that is.
That's this.
Lip gloss? What is that?
This is lip gloss.
Dang, I know my makeup.
Keep my lips moist. You want me to have some dry lips?
No, I do not.
Well, then, I have to keep that right there.
Well, please do.
Okay.
By all means.
Oh, my God. Here you go being pervy.
I didn't say anything. But that chick.
Oh.
That chick.
What is her name?
Ash. Bibbidi Bobbidi?
What?
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo?
I know you don't know her name, do you?
It's Ash Bibbidi.
I don't think that's
Bobbidi.
good enough. Baby.
Ash.
Baby, stop.
Baby Bop.
Babe. Oh, my God. What happened?
Ash Bop it. Basically, man. R.I.P. But
hold up, what happened?
She got out. They got her out the paint.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They warned her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I heard.
They warned. I just don't like people that are trying to like compare her to people like Breonna Taylor and you know.
That's not a good comparison.
Like they're like, say her name.
Oh,
like,
no, that's not okay. Don't do that.
It's not the
Please
same
don't
thing.
do that.
It's not the same thing.
Don't do that. It's not the same
like
thing.
Trying to make her like some hero. She was a veteran. Like I don't.
She broke into the Capitol.
She was trying to overthrow the government.
No, she broke into the Capitol.
Because they're mad that the election didn't go their way.
Dude, this election has been the bane of our existence.
I know. And I kind of feel bad for her because, like, if you went to her Twitter account, and I'm sure it's not just her, but a lot of people like this, where they just believed all the bullshit that this dude said. And she was a fanatic.
Oh,
she's
really?
like low-key kind of, brainwashed, low-key kind of just
I'm
heavily influenced by this.
I'm going to be honest.
Died for nothing.
I heard about her, and then I heard about her dying.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really sad, but I did not look into her, and I didn't look at her Twitter. I didn't look at anything. Like, honestly, I stayed off of social media for the most part for the last few days because it's so negative, and it's like a lot of negativity that's concentrated, and it will fuck with my whole life.
Sure.
And so I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I just don't know about her, and I didn't look into it at all.
It's a case of people taking politics way too far.
I just feel like here's the thing. At the end of the day, however you want to spin it, there were major laws being broken when this happened. They gave her warnings, and I saw that on the news. And she went forward anyway. And at the end of the day, with the charges, like with the laws that they were breaking, it was everything that fits domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
And there were so many people put in danger in that moment, when they could have just stood outside and peacefully protested like the rest of us.
Well, that's a protest. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
But
like
there are people that are like, oh man, it's a public building. I was in that building a year ago and they didn't shoot me. I was like, well, dude, were you trying to overthrow the government?
Right. Like,
if you were, they probably would have shot
and
you.
Scale walls.
Yeah,
and
like, bro, were you outside with a lynch?
Dude,
or with a noose outside?
Oh my God, that was the most horrific picture I saw. It made me want to throw up.
Come on, man. Like,
there was so much hatred. There was just so much hatred.
Yeah.
And
it's just ignorance, man.
That really is unfortunate that lady died like that. And and at the end of the day, they accomplished nothing.
No, they just got arrested.
Dude, they accomplished
you either got arrested or you got killed.
Yeah. So like,
was it worth it? And she flew from all the way from San Diego, flew all the way over there.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You living in San Diego?
Or what about that life. What about that one chick from Tennessee? Was she
not the mace girl?
I stepped in. She's like, I got like a foot in that pushed me out the door, then maced me.
Like, well, what were you doing here? She said, it's a revolution.
Like,
we broke. What did she say? We broke into the Capitol. It's a revolution.
It's a revolution.
It's a revolution. Like, oh my God. And the only reason I know about her is because of TikTok.
Oh really?
Yeah, because
oh man, like, that video has me dying. TikTok
is about as fast as Twitter, I feel like.
Really?
Yeah, because all of these people, they in unison, like they take this footage and then they make their own spins to it, or like their parody videos, and it's like in real, like it's literally like as I see it on Twitter, I'm seeing it on TikTok. Oh, wow. And these TikTokers, man, hustlers. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Hustlers.
Yeah, they're
on it. They're they get me through my days, my weeks, my months.
I sometimes go on TikTok, but not that often.
Really?
It's mostly Twitter for me. Instagram's
Twitter
kind of like,
is such a terrible place.
It can be.
Nah, dude, it's terrible.
I mean, I'm mostly there on
sports stuff here,
and like politics stuff, like kind of leaks into it. But
yeah,
yeah.
I just hate the way I hate the way other people are made to feel, and I hate the way it makes me feel sometimes. And
Twitter, yeah. Twitter. You just gotta know when you go on Twitter that nobody's safe on Twitter. Like,
no, that's the thing.
You just gotta know that.
I'm like way too. I will take it there, and I'm like, bitch, you want to fucking fight? Like I cannot, and like, I'm just like, I'm not made for this. I'm not made for this.
I won't post the kids on Twitter. Like,
hell
I won't
no.
do any of that.
Hell no.
Like, I'm not even gonna open myself up to that.
No.
Because then I will get mad.
Because then a bitch is gonna. Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just like, no. But Twitter, yeah, nobody's safe on Twitter.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So TikTokers, all over.
Speaking of Twitter, though, did you see Trump got banned from Twitter?
Let's talk about.
And then this fool was like trying to make like other accounts to try to get back on, and they're sniping those too.
What? I didn't know that. Okay, so let's back it up. Let's rewind. So I remember a few days ago it being announced that he had gotten banned on Twitter for a few days.
Yeah, they gave him a chance to delete his tweets and shit.
And then he didn't do it?
I guess not.
And so then he ended up getting banned for life. And then, like, literally a few hours later, I see the news and there's like all of these social media, like just like Pinterest, Google, Twitter, Instagram, like.
I was like, how you get banned on pictures? Like, he can't even share like cookie recipes anymore.
Y'all, he got to use Bing, okay? He can't even use Google.
This motherfucker got to go use,
He
got to go to the library now.
Gotta go rent a computer.
Yeah, he's got to go get an encyclopedia. He's fucked.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
He got banned from Shopify.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how you get banned from Shopify.
Dude. And Shopify is about their money. So even that, they were like, nah, dude, you're not about to do that. I
mean,
do you feel like that was a good decision? Do you feel like that was a bad decision? Now, let's be honest, because you talked to me about this in real time and you said.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I'm going to miss Donald Trump's Twitter account. That shit was comedy.
It will.
I mean, I get it.
It was sometimes. It really was.
I get it. It started a revolution, and he got some people killed. But it was funny. Like, his tweets. Not the people getting killed, but like his tweets were funny. That dude had a tweet for everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You name it. Even he had tweets about the Broncos. Like, everything. Anything that happens in your day, there's a Donald Trump tweet related to it. Guaranteed. So I hope those are like in a museum somewhere, archived. I hope somebody went through and
our
did that.
45th president was like a Twitter troll. He was such a troll.
But in all seriousness, those tweets are history.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in 50 years, kids are going to be like in their text tablets. I don't even know what the fuck they're going to have then, but, you know, those tweets got to be
I just want to know what the fuck a text tablet is. Like,
what
is this, biblical times?
I was going to say textbook, but.
Text tablet.
I was gonna say textbook, but that's not happening.
Nah.
So, yeah, man, those tweets are history. They got to bring them back. Just leave the account up, but just don't let them tweet from it anymore. We need those tweets.
No, we don't.
For historical purposes.
I think we should just pretend like they didn't happen.
Future civilizations.
No, let's just pretend like that didn't happen.
I need them.
Okay, you're crazy. Because I'm good.
I know a lot of people, you know, mostly like conservatives. They got pretty mad about Donald Trump getting banned from Twitter, and then whatever the conservative, I don't know, Twitter version is, that got banned from the App Store. And they're trying to say that it's censorship.
I think anybody else, though, would have gotten banned, too. Like, everyday people are getting banned for way less. Let's just be real.
Right.
Okay, so, like, what's up with it? Like, the rules are the rules are the rules are the rules.
I think it's pretty even because for 4 years, I mean, people just been allowed to, just tweet direct death threats to Trump.
Yeah.
And he got to rock for, like, 4 years while he was president, tweeting whatever bullshit he wanted to tweet. So he had a pretty good run. Mm-hmm. And they gave him a chance. It's just like, hey, just delete these tweets. He was like, I'm not going to do it. And they're like, oh, you're fucking out of here then.
Oh, my God.
And that's the thing. It's crazy that people in the government don't understand, like, what the First Amendment is.
Right.
Or freedom of speech.
You don't even know.
I don't even know. The school system failed me.
The First Amendment provides that Congress make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting its free exercise. It protects freedom of speech, the press, assembly, and the right to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The Second Amendment gives citizens the right to bear arms. What's the third?
To tuck that thing.
What the hell did you just say?
I don't know. What's the third one?
Does anybody know the Third Amendment? I bet after the second, we're like, I don't
know. Those are the two that get shoved in my face every day.
Wait. What's the Fifth Amendment?
The right to remain silent, to plead the Fifth, to not say anything incriminating.
Yeah, pretty much. It provides it.
I just know that because of Dave Chappelle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fifth Amendment, yes.
He holds up that sign. He holds up a piece of paper. Yeah, I got this support document I'd like you to see. It just says FIF.
The fifth. Dude, Dave Chappelle is such an icon. Okay,
So
so
that's how
let's
I
stay
know.
on track. Okay, so people are saying that this is an infringement on his First Amendment right.
But it's not. That just stops the government from censoring you.
Yeah.
Twitter can be like, no, you need to take that shit somewhere else.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
You sign a term of service agreement when
That's the thing. It's their platform still.
Yeah,
You know what I
so-
mean? So, you know, a lot of they didn't agree to make their platform align with our Constitution.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
I just think people are getting way out of control with politics, man.
Oh man, politics. It's just such a. I feel like it has divided us like nothing else, and it's just one of those things where like
Because people are
the people. What we have to remember though is that the people that are sitting behind these desks, and the people that are in politics and that are doing this, they are not living the same life that we do.
Oh yeah, politicians don't.
You know what I
care
mean?
about us.
So we don't need to be fighting each other.
Yeah.
And this whole fighting for somebody's rights at this point, it's old and it needs to go. There should be no fighting for civil rights at this point. So
Well,
I don't understand why we're falling behind as a society and we're not understanding that, hey, why can't we all get along?
that's not gonna happen.
Speaking of getting along,
What?
there is some tea on the street. It's about two people that might be getting along a little bit too well.
Oh, no.
Okay, so
What does that mean?
you are pretty close to this story, babe, because you know you got a family that has property out in Wyoming. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you know that Wyoming has kind of been like the popping place for people to be buying homes, and Kanye and
It's
Kim, they bought their ranch out there. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you know who Jeffree Star is. We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Okay, so while this was all happening, of course, somehow the Kardashians are still in the news, front and center. And well, it really wasn't them; it was like Kanye too. But there are some.
Are they getting a divorce for real?
There are rumors that they're getting a divorce. I don't know. I don't know them like that.
Oh.
I'm not on speaking terms with Kim right now.
No, not right now. What happened? Please do tell.
She stole my style. Okay.
Oh wow.
Just kidding.
Ooh.
So she'd be like, "Bitch, look, what the fuck are you wearing?" So
I was like, well, a lot of people say that she stole their style too. So
let's not go down that trail. Okay.
just saying.
So there's been some buzzing going around that they are getting a divorce and that they've been living separately. That Kim has a new boo thing that is a CNN anchor, I believe. And then Kanye also has a new boo that he's been quite possibly seeing while he's been staying in his home in, guess where, Wyoming. And now, keep in mind, Jeffree Star.
Winter in Wyoming. Ooh.
I know, right? Nippy, huh?
Miserable.
So Jeffree Star also owns a home in Wyoming as well. And I think he purchased it when he had his last relationship. The land is cheaper. I think you get more for your buck out there.
Well, yeah, because
And it's
Wyoming.
there are no state taxes. You know that.
That's true.
You know, so I think that a lot of people are trying to get some land out there. But anyways, so Jeffree Star lives out there as well, and
It's beautiful in Wyoming, by the way. It is.
It is beautiful.
It is.
Yes,
No,
it's beautiful in
they're-
certain parts.
Yeah, I mean,
There are certain parts that are not that beautiful.
no, but yeah, there are definitely beautiful parts there.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I didn't know you were gonna go defend Wyoming.
I'm not just hating on Wyoming, but
Are you hating on Wyoming?
for the most part, yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, they both happen to live there.
Mm-hmm.
So, with all of this swirling around about Kim and Kanye's divorce and the fact that Kim quite possibly has this new boo thing, they're saying that Kanye also has a new boo thing that he's been, kind of frolicking around Wyoming with.
Yeah.
And seeing as how the two live there, there were some rumors that Kanye and Jeffree Star were sleeping together, and that
Like in the same bed, like sleeping over,
yes, like
slumber party.
with a little bit more a little bit more.
Are they fucking?
That's what people think. What people thought for a second. And then
I do remember you telling me that. You're like, ooh, babe.
Oh my God. Okay, so when this news broke, I was like, no fucking way. There's no way. I was like, but what if? That would be so crazy. Like, what the fuck? So I was here for the tea. I'm not gonna lie. I was being a tea whore that day because I was like, this is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So but then the next day or a few days after, there was a release a new video from Jeffree Star. And I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched pretty much memes and like shorter clips of it.
Yeah.
But Jeffree Star was basically like, it was kind of mean if you think about it. He was like, okay, like we are not sleeping together because.
He was like, ugh.
No, he was like, because I typically date guys that are 6 foot and over.
Oh, man.
Saying that Kanye was too short for him to fuck around with.
Oh, no.
And I was like, bitch, what the fuck? Wow. And, you know, everybody got their preferences. It is what it is. But I was like, wow, like, there was a nicer way that you could have said that. You didn't have to go after that man's height like that. You know, he's self-conscious. You know he's self-conscious.
That was his proof. He's like, no.
Yeah, like.
Too like, short.
He's not like. But Jeffree Star does date like taller dudes.
He's a pretty tall dude though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He seems kind of tall.
He's pretty tall. I don't know how tall, but he's pretty tall.
Yeah,
he's pretty tall. So yeah, that was the word on the street. That was like the big gossip. And once he said no, and then people kind of started putting everything together, people were like, nah, it's probably not, the real deal. But for a minute there was this huge
I saw the
circling.
I saw the girl that started that rumor. She came out and said it was a lie. Apparently, it's the same girl that was doing that COVID challenge shit, going around like licking toilet seats and shit.
Oh my! I don't know about this girl. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I just saw it on the news, but I was like, people were believing this chick. People really believe in her.
That's crazy.
Like, man, told me that. The chick that licked the toilet seats. Why would you trust anything?
Why would you trust a goddamn word?
Yeah, if she would have told me anything, I'd have been like, aren't you the bitch that licked toilet seats for COVID?
Ain't that you? Ain't that you? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna do some more research on that before I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. I'm gonna need a little bit more of a credible source.
Right.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying this shit.
But it's fun because people get to run with it, and it's very juicy.
It was some hot tea.
It's very juicy.
It was some hot tea. I was like, no way.
I was like, damn, Kanye's got to go back and redo a lot of lyrics. Cause man.
But yeah, and people take rumors and run with it.
Yeah,
and that just got a little out of control. But it was
fun. Sometimes the jokes are better than the truth. You can't let the truth stand in the way of jokes. Sometimes.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
The joke takes precedence.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
There was something else that I wanted to talk to you about. What the hell was it?
Go ahead, take your time.
I want to talk to you about the COVID vaccine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And your thoughts.
My thoughts.
Because you see here, we are husband and wife. So
COVID vaccine.
COVID vaccines. And
what do you want to know exactly?
I want to know your thoughts. I guess I'll go first.
Okay. And
then you can go. But, obviously we're parents to children.
Right.
And I'm hearing that it's more and more likely, obviously, that as schools begin to reopen and things and the vaccine becomes more prominent, that they're going to start requiring it in order for your child to attend school. So, you know that the COVID vaccine has already been rolled out. Mm-hmm. It was rolled out
to like essential workers,
frontline workers, people. And the medical community. So, yes. When I first heard that a vaccine was being rolled out, I did have a lot of questions about the studies behind it, how long they were able to test it, the trials and just the back end of it. I'm very much about symptoms and I'm very much about long-term effects because, weird things have happened to me, my mom, we've all been touched with cancer in one way or the other. Mm-hmm. And so I don't play with stuff like that. And I also I don't even take Tylenol. Okay, I don't take Midol. I don't take none of that. When it comes to prescription, anything. So my point is anything going into my body, I'm very scared of. Yeah. Because of my past medical experience. Sure. So when I heard that this vaccine was being rolled out, I did have a lot of concerns. I'm not gonna lie, Because I was like, what if it makes you like grow a third nipple? You know what I mean? Like, you don't know. Like, what if it's like internally fucking you up? So
or a fourth nipple in some people's cases.
You ain't got to go there, okay, babe?
Yeah.
No, it's not me. I don't have a third.
Which, by the way, I do have a story about third nipples.
Yes.
If ever we get into it.
We have to talk about that.
If ever third nipple ever comes up again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another episode. Yes. So, anyways, so I had my concerns, and then I talked to my best friend, Khadijah, and my best friend works for a major like hospital. She works for a major hospital, like administratively, and so she gets news a lot faster than the public, and she kept myself, my mom, you, in the loop, and kind of we had an advantage when COVID first hit.
She's able to be like, hey, this shit's about to be shut down.
Nah, straight up, she would be like, hey, you need to go to the grocery store tonight. Because this is about to be shut down. We're about to be like no capacity here or whatever. We're getting we're running out of ICU beds in most of the emergency rooms in the area. Like she would tell me stuff like that. So I had a FaceTime with her. I talk to Khadijah all the time. Yeah. And honestly, she was the person that really reassured me because
about the vaccine
because she had to get her first dose.
Yeah.
And this was like right before New Year's.
She's a very smart person.
Intelligent.
Like she's very pragmatic.
Full ride scholarship to Denver University, or the University of Denver. She is in the legal field. Like, she's extremely intelligent, and that's my best friend. And so we were talking, and she was like, I'm getting my first dose tomorrow, or she told me a few days in advance, and I was like, hey, are you nervous? And she was like, not really, not at all. And I was like, really, why? And so she told me, and she was like, I know that a lot of people feel like there wasn't a whole lot of research done into this vaccine. And I was like, yeah, I'm one of those people, like, I'm concerned about that. And she was like, well, what you have to understand is that COVID presented itself a lot earlier than when the United States reacted to it. So you have to understand that there are a bunch of countries out there that knew about this and were reacting to it and already studying it in the early stages, like in the beginning of 2019. Right. Meanwhile, we were still living our lives.
That's why it's called COVID-19.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So she was like, basically what we're doing is we're taking the research and all of the trials that were being done over a year ago. And then she had to explain to me that this isn't actually like a live virus being put into, kind of like, it's not anything like the flu shot. No. She polio. No. Right. So she was like, this is a protein. And she told it to me in layman's terms, obviously. And she was like, this protein pretty much presents itself and has the same type of elements, exactly, of the COVID virus. So it kind of gets your body used to seeing that and reacting to it and developing the antibodies that it needs to, so that if it ever comes in contact with the COVID virus, if you contract it, that it's seen it before, it knows how to overcome it, and you won't be as sick. Now, the only issue is that it does not stop you from transmitting the virus. So she was like, you still have to wear your mask. You still have to social distance. Like, this doesn't mean that you
can't get the vaccine. Like, I'm make out with everybody.
Cool. Yeah, exactly. Like, just, whatever.
Going back to licking toilet seats and ice cream.
Right. So I heard her, and so I was like, okay, that sounds great. So I checked in with her when she got her vaccine, and then I checked in with her like a few days after. And up
has she got
like
the second one yet or no?
Not yet. She is gonna get it in another week, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I have been keeping a close eye on her and asking her if she's had any.
Y'all, let me see your nipples.
Shut up! My God. No,
you get a nipple count.
I can't stand you. I can't stand you. And she's very honest with me. So she was like, I just had soreness at the injection site, which is normal.
Yeah.
The day after, and she said she had a little bit of a headache the day after, and then that was it. She said she hasn't had any other symptoms. So we'll see how the second dose goes. But
would you get it?
I would get it.
I was gonna say, you said all that and you're like, I don't know.
Hell no.
You sound
I still ain't gonna get it.
You sound very convincing. I was like, I need to get this fucking vaccine.
No, yeah, like, no. I think I would get it, and I think that our kids should get it.
Yeah, I would like to get it first before the kids.
Oh, absolutely. I want to at least. But the good thing is that our kids are so little, right? So who we would have to worry about is Julian if they start requiring that at
in
school.
Which I'm all for. He's older. I mean,
he has a stronger immune system.
Yeah, he's about to be 13. So
yeah.
I think he would be. But I would still like to get it before all the kids.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah.
Or us.
Yeah.
Man, I don't care. I'll do it first for everybody. I don't care.
Oh, honey.
See, I mean.
He's such a good dad.
But.
Nah, I'd get it with you. I'm gonna ride or die, baby.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm ride or die.
But I
So what you think?
I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I'll get it.
Are you worried at all?
I'm kind of like you. When they first came out, I was a little bit because I didn't know too much about it. But then I started seeing that, and admittedly, I still haven't done a ton of research into it.
Yeah.
I think because neither of us are up or qualified to get it.
Exactly.
So it hasn't really been a priority to me.
Yeah.
And especially like Ezra and Mila, they're not in school yet. So I haven't been too worried about it. But from what I've heard, and I've heard it from other people, not just Khadijah, that it's not the actual virus itself that they're injecting into you. It is a protein that resembles or has the characteristics of COVID, and just kind of teaches your body how to fight it off.
Right. So
to me, it's promising. I would, and America got it late.
Yeah.
So, I would get it. I would get it.
I want normal life back so bad. Not even for us, for our kids, man. Like, they don't deserve to live in a life like this, where like every person that they see that's not us is in a mask. They can't have play dates.
Annoying,
like, I know some people, have their kids going to daycare and stuff, but it's still not the same. It's just not the same. Like, their teacher has a mask on. Like, this is weird.
And I know, like, some people, they have to take their kids to a daycare.
Sure. Like,
they have to take their kids to
it's not the same
in-person school, because they got to work.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But for us, we don't have to do that. So I'd rather not put that kind of strain or stress on ourselves, the kids, or other people. And so it's easier and smarter for us to just keep the kids home for now.
Yeah.
While they're this young.
Yeah.
And Julian, luckily, is doing remote learning. So we don't have to really worry about him at school.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to do our part to get it, to make sure that this ends.
Yeah.
And I forgot what I was trying to say. But
about the kids.
But I get it. Some people got to do that, and some people I get that they want to act like nothing's going on. And I feel like if you're one of those people, you should be, as soon as it's available, you need to get your ass down there and get that fucking vaccine.
Yeah, I think so too.
If you want to do this shit, like, and that sucks because I didn't realize actually that it didn't stop you from spreading it if you got it, which that was something I didn't think of. I didn't think of it from that angle.
Yeah.
So hopefully it all goes well and there's no problems and everybody can get this vaccine.
But let us know y'all's thoughts. Are y'all concerned? Are y'all a little hesitant? Are y'all all for it? Are y'all going to be in line for the vaccine if it's available to you? Let us know.
I was kind of anti-vax for a minute because I got a flu shot, and then like a month later, my knee started swelling. I was like, this motherfucking flu shot. And then 2 years later, they're like, nope, you got a torn meniscus. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm going to get a flu shot.
Your knee was because of the flu shot.
They're like, yeah, your white blood cell count is up, which means like your immune system kind of boosted itself. So you got this swelling in your knee.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this motherfucking flu shot.
And they did suggest that sometimes that happens when you get the flu shot.
But it wasn't.
And so David was like, fuck the flu shot.
It was just a coincidence.
Yeah. So he's actually getting surgery tomorrow for his torn meniscus.
Yeah, I never had surgery, so I'm nervous.
You're going to be fine, baby.
They're going to put me under.
Yeah. Everything's going to be okay.
They better not touch me.
They might. That's okay.
No, it's not okay. I'm scared.
You'll be asleep the whole time.
That's true. I can use some extra sleep.
So, and it's fine. Like, it's different.
No, actually, I went under one time when I got my wisdom teeth pulled.
Yes. And for your...
No, they didn't put me under for that.
Oh, that's true.
I was awake watching the whole time.
Watching it?
Yes.
You watched it?
Well, I couldn't see like the action, but
yeah,
it was me, him. We're talking about my vasectomy, by the way. It was me, the doctor and the nurse were all just chilling, have a conversation.
So a nurse saw my man's whole ass dick.
Yes.
She touched it too, huh?
I don't think so.
I think she did.
No.
In the beginning when he first got there, because you told me.
I don't think so.
Now you're not telling me when other women touch your privates?
I'm trying to block out the whole experience.
Don't even try that with me. You told me that it was really awkward for you because when
it was awkward because everything was out displayed and like that's the focus of the room. And it was like, all right, so it's like it's cold.
Can I ask you something? Did they, when you went in to go get that done, this is going to seem very random to you. Did they ask you if you were sure?
No.
What?
No.
They didn't ask you if you were sure?
I mean, they asked you that like way before.
But did they ask you like one time?
No.
Did they ask you all the time?
Like in the middle of it, are you sure?
No.
We've only cut one. You still got one left.
No, just like when
Which, by the way, I didn't know they did.
When
both.
you asked your doctor about a vasectomy, did he say, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And then,
like in the first, like appointment to get it set up.
And then you said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then they
did it.
Yes.
Wow.
Why?
David.
What?
Do you know how many women want a hysterectomy or just even their tubes tied and they get told no?
I feel like that's a little bit more invasive, though. And also, I didn't realize even if you had your tubes tied, I don't know if this is TMI, but I didn't realize you could still get pregnant.
How is that more invasive?
I don't know.
It's your reproductive organ.
I was in there for like 20 minutes.
All I'm saying is that women have to do a lot more explaining and we don't have control over our bodies because our doctors consistently tell us, no, you're not sure, you're too young to know, so we're not going to do that. And even if women are having like complications with like their cycles, it doesn't matter because doctors dictate whether or not they're going to do that. And I'm saying is with you, you went in there, you said, hey, I want a vasectomy. He said, are you sure? You said, yeah. And then he was like, all right, then. And
he wasn't like, are you sure?
I
was like, yeah. He's like, all right, whip it out.
I wish it was that easy. Like, it's your body just as much as this is my body. You know
I mean, they weren't like gung ho about it. They're like, how many kids you have, this and that. Like, you sure? Yes. How old are you? Like, I'm 31. All right, let's get to cutting.
Well,
I assume for women maybe it's kind of,
dude.
Is it irreversible?
No, having your tubes tied is completely reversible.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I told my mom I wanted a brother, and she said her tubes are tied.
Could not have another kid.
2 Alexes.
Alex is the best. Shut up. I'm talking about her. But that went a weird way. I'm just saying men have privilege. But
I didn't realize women had to go through all that just to
baby,
to
it's
do
like
that.
a whole thing.
That's
like
crazy.
we have to literally ask our doctors for permission, pretty much. And if they don't agree, well, then they don't agree. And then they'll tell other doctors that they don't agree. So when you try to go to another doctor, then the doctor looks at the other doctor's notes and is like, well, he said no. And then you're like, yeah, right, but what are you saying? Well, by his recommendation, I say no too. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Me and him are boys, so, you know, I got his back.
Straight up, like, he said no. You know, like, that's how it be. And
I probably went in there, they're like, yeah, there's enough Mexicans in this country.
Shut up.
No problem.
Well, that is it for today's episode, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, so definitely follow us on our socials. You can find me at Nikki Glamour and at the Nikki Glamour on Twitter, and you can also find us at the His Ex Hers Pod on Instagram and Twitter for the podcast news.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at I'm David Cisneros. I keep wanting to say I'm David Cisneros.
You are, yep.
Post the shit right here. Make sure you like this video.
Yes, please.
If you're watching it on YouTube, make sure you
Share
subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure you turn on notifications so you get notified every time we post an episode. Also, we are available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Wherever you listen.
So subscribe to us there as well.
Yeah.
And anything else?
No, that's it. Make sure you guys are back here on Monday. We promise we'll have an episode. You can rely on us to be here every single week as per usual. So thank y'all so much for being here. And we'll see you guys next week to start off your week.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.